my name is Serena Poon, and welcome to my show, Serena Lives. As a celebrity chef and nutritionist, my passion is rooted in helping others live their best life through nutrition, education, and healing intuition. With each episode, I'm going to share with you little golden nuggets of inspiration and tips that I love to help guide you on your own path to optimal body and mind wellness. And on today's show, I'm so excited to welcome my dear friend January Olds of January Labs. So happy you could be here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
So excited. I love your products. But first, let's tell people how we met. We met at Soho House, right?
We did.
At an event. I think it was like an entrepreneurial panel or something. And so great that we're able to go to something like that and bond. We kind of met and then we met again, right?
Yes.
At Soho House.
And then we really bonded.
And then, yeah, because we realized we both love health and beauty and skincare and finding all kinds of ways to stay as young, as beautiful as possible.
Yes.
Inside and outside.
Every time we get together, I feel like I'm bombarding you with questions too. I'm like, so wait, tell me more.
I love it. I'm like, eat this, do this.
So I'm so excited to watch your show.
I know, yay. You'll learn all kinds of little tips. But I want you to share with everybody how you got inspired and how you started your company, because you're doing such amazing things, so much incredible. I love your products. I need one of these before we leave today.
Addictive.
Just ran out.
It's addictive.
So tell us.
Yes. Well, I'm one of those people who I think I was fortunate enough to know at a very young age what I wanted to do. I didn't know specifically, but I knew it involved beauty, skincare. As a kid, I was kind of a weird kid.
We all are weird.
I'm like, I was weird. But one of the things that I loved to do the most was make my own concoctions for facials, hair masks, anything involving beauty I was into. I mean, I'm talking young, like 12.
What did you make with it? Like,
I would make, actually, some of the concoctions were pretty savvy for being a young kid, but I would make yogurt masks, avocado. I would steal my mom's magazines and find little recipes on there. And it was just, I would save all my money and go buy a Chanel compact. But I just had this affinity towards beauty and that whole world, and even giving my grandma facials, or, it just became a passion of mine at a very young age. And I was fortunate enough to work for some really great skincare companies along the way, Clarins, Epicurean, to name a few.
Amazing.
And I was really able to learn a lot through working there. I'm also a licensed esthetician, so my passion grew and developed. But along the way, you just really, you hear people say, I realized what was missing, but really, I think that there's a simplicity missing in the marketplace with skincare, and I really want to address and answer a lot of skin concerns with one product, as opposed to telling people like, oh, here's 20 products, go layer them all and you'll see a great result. A product should work a little harder for you and solve a few other issues. And along that time, I do think that the 3 issues that women generally struggle with the most and men, struggle with are, of course, those unwanted signs of aging. I hate the word anti-aging, because I think as I get older, I like myself so much more, so I don't want to be anti that. But just the signs of, we just kind of want to keep the skin a little more smooth and free of those things. Pigmentation, which is a problem of mine, and hormonal breakouts. So in each product we make, there are ingredients that help with all of those individual issues.
No wonder I'm in love with it. It only makes sense.
Well, your skin's perfect, but I'm right here, I see.
Juice, green juice, January Labs.
Yeah,
like the perfect combo.
Inside and out. Well, that's what I love about your approach to everything, is very holistic, which, with skincare, it's not all about what you're putting on your skin. It's so much as a part of what you're ingesting, what you're, staying hydrated.
Yeah, definitely. It's all of it. It's an all-encompassing thing, and you have 100%. To do a little bit, in each category to sort of have that like full effect. So like you were saying, it is very overwhelming, to have all these different products and all these different lines and, and philosophies with beauty. So what are your are these your favorite few to sort of creating what it is that we need in a daily regimen?
Yeah, these are some of these are the newer products to the line. I mean, it's like my children. I don't love anyone more than the other. But there are a few that, depending on your concern, but most of the products are good for just about all skin types. I know that sounds incredible, but we've been able
men
to
and women.
Men love the products
like
primarily.
Young and older.
Yeah,
so
I mean, we won't call them old, but more mature. Even though they're not always mature, myself included. No, so each product is formulated not necessarily to address a skin type, but more skin conditions. And I think a lot of the antiquated ideas of skincare, we're changing it up a bit, and no longer are we like, are you dry skin, oily skin, or it's more people now just with what they're eating or medications they're taking, or there's all sorts of conditions going on with the skin, like dehydration, you know, rosacea is on such a rise, but there's so many contraindications just with things that people are ingesting and even the environment. So all of the products are, the unique thing about the products is that everything is pH optimized. So each ingredient is actually put in the right pH for them to work effectively.
It makes so much sense.
Yes.
You know, we say that about the body, you know, balancing your pH and your acidity and alkalinity. It only makes sense that you optimize the ingredients in the same way.
For sure.
So logical.
Yes.
Why doesn't everyone do it?
I know, it's so true. And the other thing, as far as just ingredients, you know, and it's wonderful that people are paying so much attention to what they're putting on their skin, but there's this big movement of, are your products chemical free? And I am always like, I don't know how to answer that, because water is a chemical. Everything we use and touch in this world is a chemical. Chemicals are not bad, and they are not the enemy. So one thing to note with my products, we do use non-toxic chemicals, but chemicals are our friend, especially with skincare, because we need them to bind a product and create one. So I think that that's one thing that I'm kind of wanting to express to people. Natural skincare doesn't really mean anything, because everything is either a natural chemical or a chemical that's derived in a lab, but they are all chemicals. So
that's something that people don't really understand, because I know that those are pop words for me too. You know, it's organic, it's clean, it's, you know, natural, it's chemical free, you know. So it's really great that you're educating people on that, because someone who's just purchasing skincare wouldn't know. I mean, I'm going to go for the buzzwords, very much like in food. You know, you're looking for non-GMO, organic, vegan. So what are certain key ingredients that we see that people would normally kind of stay away from, because it sounds like it's bad for you?
Well, I mean, as far as ones that we should stay away from, we all know, you know, parabens and sulfates, and for someone to put those in products nowadays, that would just be insanity, because they won't sell. People know that much, but really, I mean, there's so many fillers that are just added in products to make the product last longer, or these preservatives that are used that are really not necessary. I mean, I formulate these products, and that's kind of, you don't need to add those to your products to have the shelf life last. And you don't have to, so ours are just free of those, yielding to such a better result in the skin.
Right. What are the safe ones that are, I guess that's what I was asking.
I'm sorry.
What are the ones that are okay that we see, even though it sounds a little bit like unpronounceable?
I think anything with acid, people are immediately freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm a huge proponent of lactic acid, so I think that it's fantastic for all those concerns we discussed earlier with, you know, fine lines, pigmentation, acne. That helps all of those, and I have pretty much a drop of that in every product. My night cream has a 9%, so that's very active.
That's like your little secret ingredient and everything.
Hyaluronic acid, of course, is an incredible ingredient for just plumping the skin, also creating an incredible barrier. As you know, I know that you're a fan of the restorative tonic
and
mist.
this. I don't think I've tried this.
Oh, the eye cream is magic.
Yeah. I need a little magic.
Oh, it is. But our philosophy is a little different. Like, for instance, the Moisture Renew mask. It's called a mask, but it's really, you can use this however you see fit for yourself. And so I feel like once people start using a healthy product, they're able to instinctively know what their skin needs. If you have the right way to kind of arm your skin throughout the day. Not that we have huge season change here in LA,
right.
but your skin, you know, you might wake up and you might be a little more dehydrated. You might have had a little wine the night before. I've never done that. But you might need to use the moisture mask and leave it on all day, which you can do. It's fantastic. I'm wearing it right now. It creates a really nice barrier, makes the skin look dewy and glow. It is a glowing product, but it just kind of gives your skin what it needs. But if you use the tonic mist on top, the hyaluronic acid that we use in that product is actually reactivated and will add a little bit more moisture to the skin. You can even use this product in your scalp. You can use it on any problems where your skin feels irritated. It's really a
like on my body?
Everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That I haven't tried, and that's a really good idea.
It's incredible.
That's a great tip. Use face care on your body. Why not? Especially if you have extra.
I do that. So it's,
well, I have so many products that I should. Yeah, I get also all kinds of little products in the mail, and you can't. Your face is only this big. You know, you can only go through so much. So it's great, and I can put that on my body in different.
Well, you should only be using my products, so I'll just
send you
cases.
Just you know. Yes.
I'm like, what?
That was my little hints, and I don't have enough. Well, you're like me. You know, you're very holistic, and you know, wellness is a big part of your life. And obviously, you know, you're very intuitive. And so how much of that sort of like intuition is, you know, part of your, I guess, beauty recipes, you know, because you're essentially like a chef in, you know, the beauty space. So.
Well, I think for me, with each individual product we have, it helps with a variety of different skin issues, but I love to be as descriptive as we can with the various ways to use these products so that people, when they start to, I don't want to just send someone home with a product and say, there you go, we'll solve all your problems. I want them to start understanding why they might be breaking out, or, you know, maybe a little less of this and more of this. A lot of times it's a lot of what they're doing internally, so that's always, you know, I'm like, here's the moisturizer and Serena's card. So a lot of that is just, you know, gut health, so holistically, I think, you know, it's important for them to have the right product on hand and then use it in whatever way feels right and get to that point where they actually understand their skin more and what it needs.
Yeah, so you're that's so great. You're basically giving people the tools, you know, to sort of add to their whole program. But it's great that you are you're very supportive of, you know, doing more in other areas as well.
Oh, 100%. And it's also nice to let someone know, you know, we've done the research on these products. It's free of the fillers, the ingredients really the junk that you don't need in the product. And that's always, I mean, when it comes to food, a lot of times I'm like, what do I even buy out there? It's so overwhelming. With skincare, I feel a little more tuned in because it's my so I understand when I see it. But for somebody who doesn't know, just going into a store and seeing skincare everywhere, it's so overwhelming, and you know, packaging and this, and I mean, a lot of it is preference, but also to know that you can trust a company like they've really researched this, and we are free of the junk that you don't need in the product, and there are actives, so you will see results, which you want.
That's awesome. So I'm going to ask you a little bit of a harder question because I'm just like, I just want to know, you know.
Sure.
I mean, the beauty business is so saturated. So, you know, what kind of challenges did you face, you know, breaking into it, you know, as a female entrepreneur? And, you know, what kind of, I guess, little tips that can you share with someone who's also trying to get into maybe not the same space, but, you know, trying to break into a business that might be a little bit saturated?
Well, I think above all, if you have a really great product, you'll do well. I think a lot goes in all the way. I'm just going to say, if you really believe in your product, you know, I think a lot of people might be more money focused or fame focused, but if you really, really with your whole heart believe in the product that you're producing and selling, and your goal is to really help people achieve their goal, you can't really fail because whatever comes from that, and you know, there have been challenges along the way, but I can't say, oddly, like when doors kind of close, I'm like, okay, well, that was confirmation. Next, you know, you just redirect, because the whole time I just know that it's my purpose. So there's, you know, and you want things to grow and develop, but I also am as patient as they come. So I think patience, trusting your gut, especially you said female entrepreneurs.
Your intuition.
And your intuition, I mean, you have all the answers. So if you ignore the voices in you telling you, it's really about what your confidence, your just knowing.
Yeah, so, that you're purpose driven, with your product.
Very much.
That's
and
so
I mean,
great.
I stand by them 100% on our website. Everything's complete. If you don't love the product, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just, I think that to me, they are great for everyone. And
well, to me too, they're awesome.
So it's just, I fully stand behind them. But I think going back to that, it's really just trusting your gut and also just always kind of doing the right thing, having above bar business and being ethical and transparent. Those will always guide you. Yes, for sure.
Well, I'm so grateful that you came on today. I really am. And I want to do something for you. So what kind of little nutrition tidbit, any sort of questions you have, health challenges, what nuggets of love can I give you today?
I want to know, because I want to do this every day, what would you say is your biggest skin glowing meal or snack or...
Okay.
Yes.
This is easy. So I have 3 things.
Okay.
So I start every day with a cup of warm lemon water before anything else. When I travel, when I'm at home, it doesn't matter where I am in the world. It is a ritual that I stick to every single day. And at some point in the day, I have a green juice. So sugar-free, I'll send you my recipe, or it's actually on my website, the Luminous Elixir. I have that every single day. And then of course I have a Just Add Water every single day because it's just got all those vitamins and nutrients and antioxidants that we love for our face. And of course on the weekends or the days or the trips that you have a little too much rosé, then
you know me.
Then I make sure I have a little bit of activated charcoal. So usually activated coconut charcoal the next morning, or preferably before bed if you can remember. And then usually a little bit of milk thistle and dandelion, either tea or a supplement, just to pull everything out, clean everything out so it doesn't stay inside and come out of your skin.
The proof is here on you.
Well, thank you. It's here, actually. It's Just Add Water, January Labs. It's all right here. So, yay, thank you so much. I'm so happy.
Thank you.